For a long time, I haven't uploaded a new video on this channel. It has been almost 2 months, and honestly, I really missed talking to you. Today, I'm back with a topic that many parents quietly struggle with, but very few people talk about openly. Why do children sometimes lose respect for their parents? Not when they are small, but when they grow older. If you are new here, this channel explores the deeper psychology behind family relationships and human behavior. So before we begin, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, because every video here is meant to help you understand the hidden emotional patterns inside families, the silent struggles that many people experience but rarely speak about. Now, let's begin. Psychologist Carl Jung once suggested something very interesting. Respect inside a family is not automatic. It is something that slowly grows, and sometimes something that slowly fades. Many parents believe that love alone should be enough. They sacrifice, they provide, they protect. But respect is not exactly the same as love. Respect grows when children see strength, clarity, and emotional balance in their parents. And sometimes, without realizing it, parents slowly lose that position in their children's eyes. Not because they are bad parents, but because certain patterns quietly develop over time. One of the first reasons is this: when parents begin to constantly seek approval from their children. Some parents slowly start begging for attention, begging for love, begging for respect. They say things like, "Why don't you call me anymore? Why don't you spend time with me?" And slowly, something very subtle begins to change. The emotional roles start to reverse. The parent becomes the one chasing, and the child becomes the one being chased. According to Carl Jung, when authority slowly disappears, respect often disappears with it. Another reason is emotional instability. Children naturally respect parents who appear emotionally stable, but when a parent constantly complains, constantly blames others, or frequently shows emotional desperation, children begin to feel uncomfortable. Not because they don't care, but because the psychological balance has shifted. Instead of seeing a strong guide, they start seeing someone who needs emotional rescue, and that completely changes the dynamic of respect. There is also another silent reason that many people don't notice. Sometimes parents sacrifice their entire identity for their children. They stop living their own lives. They stop growing. They stop having their own interests, their own friends, their own goals, their own purpose outside of their children. And over time, children begin to see them differently, not as strong individuals, but as people whose entire world depends on them. Carl Jung believed something very important. Children tend to respect parents who remain whole individuals, parents who continue growing, learning, exploring life, because independence creates psychological distance, and interestingly, distance often creates respect. Another painful truth is this: sometimes parents try too hard to control their adult children. They give constant advice, constant criticism, constant corrections. Do this, don't do that. You're making a mistake. But the more control parents try to hold, the more resistance begins to grow. Eventually, the child stops listening, and when listening disappears, respect often disappears as well. Respect cannot be forced. It cannot be demanded. It grows naturally when there are healthy boundaries. Carl Jung's psychology reminds us of something very important. Respect is not built through fear, not through control, and not through emotional dependence. It grows when parents maintain their dignity, their independence, and their emotional strength. And here is the most important thing to remember. If you feel like your child respects you less today, it does not mean everything is lost. Relationships evolve, dynamics change, but awareness is always the first step towards rebuilding balance. Sometimes small changes in behavior, small shifts in boundaries, and small changes in emotional posture can slowly rebuild respect again. Because in the end, children do not only respect what parents say, they respect who their parents become. If this video made you reflect on your own experiences or helped you understand something deeper about family relationships, then make sure to subscribe to this channel. Because here we explore the hidden psychology behind human behavior, family dynamics, and the emotional patterns that shape our lives. And after 2 months away, I promise you, many more meaningful videos are coming soon. Thank you for watching.